You ever buy a footlong sandwich from Subway and wonder why it sometimes feels not so footlong? Well, you're not crazy, and there's a very surprising reason that Subway insists on calling it a footlong even when it's not 12 inches. Buckle up, because this story involves lawsuits, loopholes, marketing magic, and a sprinkle of sass. So, let's bite into it. The not-so-footlong truth. Back in 2013, an Australian teenager did what most of us only joke about. He measured his Subway sandwich and posted a photo online with a ruler. The result? His footlong was just 11 inches. That Facebook post went viral, sparking outrage, memes, and, a class action lawsuit in the US, because nothing says America like suing over sandwiches. But here's the kicker. Subway's response was basically, chill, it's a descriptive name, not a guarantee. And legally, they kind of won that argument. The legal loophole, a footlong by any other name. So how did Subway dodge the legal meat grinder? Well, in court, their lawyers argued that footlong is a marketing term, not a unit of measurement. Think of it like calling your fries jumbo. You're not promising they'll measure like a linebacker. Here's the wild part. After investigations, including one led by a food scientist, it was revealed that most Subway loaves do measure close to 12 inches after baking. The catch? Dough can shrink slightly in the oven. It's like trying to bake a sweater that always fits. Temperamental, inconsistent, and destined to disappoint. Even the judge overseeing the class action suit eventually dismissed the case, noting that Subway had taken steps to ensure more consistency. And most importantly, customers weren't actually losing meat or toppings, just a little crust. In his words, quote, "There is no measurable harm." Translation? You're getting the goods, just not always the stretch. Marketing versus measurement. Let's pause for a second and break this down like a 6-inch meatball marinara. Imagine if Subway rebranded it as the approximately 1-foot sandwich. Catchy? No, not even close. Footlong sounds bold, confident, like a lunchtime mic drop. It's branding gold, regardless of the tape measure, and Subway knows it. In fact, when the class action lawsuit settled, Subway still refused to guarantee the length. That's how valuable the word footlong is. They even trademarked it in 2007. Yes, trademarked it. Side note, according to public records, Subway has gone after other restaurants using footlong in their menus. That's right, Subway wants to own the foot. So why not just make it 12 inches? That's a great question. Turns out, it's not so easy to control bread down to the inch. The dough is made fresh, proofed, and baked on site. There are variables: humidity, temperature, human error. It's bread science. Also, Subway standardized dough sticks do start out the same size. They even weigh them. But once they hit the oven, bread gonna do what bread gonna do. It's like trying to promise that every pancake you make is going to be the exact same diameter on your frying pan. You can try, but batter's unpredictable. And Subway's been clear, the sandwich length isn't what determines value, it's the contents inside. You're still getting that same amount of meat, cheese, and shame-reducing vegetables, whether the bun is 11.75 or a totally fetched 12 inches long. The real secret ingredient, perception. This whole saga exposes something deeper: what we expect versus what we actually get. Consumers felt duped because the word footlong sounds precise, but Subway never explicitly said, this is a guaranteed 12-inch sandwich. They let the name imply that. It's like calling a cookie Texas-sized. You don't break out your map. That kind of brand language rides the line between evocative and misleading, and Subway isn't alone. Ever bought a bag of chips half full of air, or a family-sized frozen dinner that feeds one sad, lonely adult? Subway's just one more example in a world of fuzzy product claims that are legally defensible and psychologically clever. The final bite. So the next time someone tells you Subway ripped them off because their sandwich was only 11.5 inches long, hit them with this knowledge. It's not the size, it's the sizzle, or in this case, the slogan. Footlong isn't a promise, it's a feeling, a vibe, a trademarked fantasy of full-length satisfaction. And maybe, just maybe, that's the real sandwich artistry. Now, go measure your sandwich. I dare you. You know you want to do it. I'll see you later.